Blackouties. 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 Sometimes you find the loudest funk in the quietest places. Welcome to the West Tape, where even silence got rhythm, if you really listen. I used to run from the stillness, scared of the echo, afraid of what might speak when the world got mellow. But the funk found me, not in clubs or clout, in the dead of the night, when the noise ran out, when the homies ain't call and the buzz wore off, and I sat with my pain like a scar I never washed. Wasn't no bass line banging in my chest, just breathing in guilt, but that's where I found rest. All the tears I hid, I looped them in bars, turned my flaws into chords, found strength in the scars. See, the silence don't judge, it just holds space. So I laced up my truth, let the funk embrace. Oh, funk found in silence, pain wrapped in groove. Every wrong turn became a beat I move. No crowd, just calm, no stage, just soul. Where the quiet taught me how to take control. Oh, funk found in silence, low and slow, where the deepest wounds start to grow. Ain't no flex, just truth in the line. Found myself when I dropped the shine.
No hype, no math, just funk in its rawest form.
The West Tape. Used to think I had to bark to be heard, yelling in ciphers, throwing fists with words. But silence pulled me down to the basement floor, taught me healing ain't loud. It's the moment you swore you'd never make it, but it's scarred and bruised. Now I drop bars like prayers the streets still use. This ain't for the lit crowd, it's for the one in the cut who cry in the ride with the seat leaned up. I seen angels in hoodies, demons in ties. Learned that pain don't lie, but it sure do God. So I press play on the slowest beat I got, and let the funk say the things as I could not. Cold funk found in silence, pain wrapped in groove. Every wrong turn became a beat I move. Oh, no crowd, just calm, no stage, just soul. Where the quiet taught me how to take control. Cold funk found in silence, low and slow, where the deepest wounds start to grow. Ain't no flex, just truth in the line. Found myself when I dropped the shine. No applause, no beat drops. Just breathe, just funk. Play the West Tape. Play the West Tape, because sometimes the silence knocks louder than the streets ever could. So when you ride late and the streets go dim, and you hear a bass line faint through the wind, know there's someone out there still holding the flame, making peace with the pain, putting soul in the game. Funk found in silence. Nothing left. Still rise with the ones who got nothing left. Play the West Tape, silent sacred, still slapping.
We ain't A-list, but we A1 with the rhyme. Welcome back to the West Tape. This side don't skip, it just slaps quiet. This that side B Syndicate, grooves that whisper, but hit harder than front page clickbait scriptures. My cadence coasts in like a 6-4 slow bend, while my pen trace corners where the legends don't trend. We the background noise of your OG's whip, where the real bars chill, no gimmicks, just grip. Jazz loop knocking, but the bass laid soft. Got the mode heads nodding while they turn the top off. See, we ain't chasing the fame or the flash, we the hidden line of notes that'll outlive cash. Lo-fi charm with a high reels brain. Every bar drops like a code in the rain.
Westside B Syndicate, underground mind. No hype, just soul in every line.
Till you flip the tape and you find that truth, where the light don't reach but the funk come through.
Westside B Syndicate, coasting slow, where the rhyme ride deep and the horns still blow.
We ain't loud, we just last. Real ones, no side beats built with fly. I spit like the beat cooking, low in the back, with a jazz man cool and a stick up kid's tack. You got singles, I got sonics and crates. Laid back, but my syllables carry street weights. Mixing metaphors like gin in the trunk. Real G's blend smooth, fake G's just sunk. No chain, just a swing in my syntax flip, where the groove run deep and the rhyme don't slip. See fame come loud, but fades too fast. Side B built slow like a Cadillac's gas. We that bottom shelf bottle with the top shelf taste, the kind that creeps up and knocks you straight laced.
Westside B Syndicate, underground mind. No hype, just soul in every line.
You flip the side A gets the hits. We said cool. This side B, that's where the real ones write history. Pipe the West tape, we don't chase charts. We press on. So salute to the low plays, the real rhymes left. The tapes with hits, but the bars that flex. I ain't trying to be loud, just right with a groove that stay bumping after y'all lose sight. We the West tape, side B legends. We ride under, but rise above.
Welcome to the West Tape, West to the West Tape, West Tape, West. Ghost walking forward for a time. Crack walls still hold the screams from old beef sparked over broken dreams. Spray paint names now faded and flake, but the silence still shakes when the street lights break. Used to be 10 deep in this alley at night. Now it's echoes and shadows, no homies in sight. Bullet holes patch, but they never erase. You can feel the past breathing when the wind gets laced. A lot of prayers got laid where the dice once fell. Now it's just me, my steps, and a pocket of hell. I walk with ghosts in my periphery view, and they mumble bar for bar like they still in the crew. Echoes in the alleyway calling me back to the fights, to the fades, to the nights off track. I can't run from the sound of the lives we lost. Still hear the names every time I cross. Echoes in the alleyway, smooth and cold, with a beat in the dark and a story untold. Ain't no peace where the memories lay, just echoes. Every echo got weight like a casket breathing, and the funk been low when the pain ain't leaving. This ain't nostalgia, this testimony deep. This for the brothers at the pavement keep. Had a homie fade out with no goodbye. Now it's laugh, living echoes when the wind slide by. Tape deck memories, slow-mo grief. Try to scrub the scene, but the soul too brief. Still see outlines when I blink too long. Still hear verses in the night like a half-lost song. The block still sing, but the tone got great. Melody crack when the OG straight. Echoes in the alleyway, calling me back to the fights, to the fades, to the nights off track. I can't run from the sound of the lives we lost. Still hear the names every time I cross. Echoes in the alleyway, smooth and cold, with a beat in the dark and a story untold. Ain't no peace where the memories lay, just echoes. We used to laugh here, used to brawl here. Now it's just wind and memory, and bass in the back of my mind. Played the West tape, where no silence go unspoken. So I tiptoe through the past with my head on swivel, still ducking shadows that speak in riddles. I ain't alone, just haunted by love that came in the form of fist and a shove.
Echoes in the alleyway.
Still walk with me when the beat fade away. The West tape, West tape, West tape. For the ones whose names were never written, but still heard. No chorus, just truth. You tap into the rawest vault on the West tape. This that basement funk, grimy and sacred. I came out the cellar with a mic and a threat. Dust on my Nikes, funk dripping my sweat. No studio lights, just a bulb hanging crooked. Beat on a loop like the block when they shook it. Record hits like the air down here. You can hear the mildew mixed with the blood and the fear. Ain't no pads. We wrote bars on the wall with a Sharpie and rage while the speakers brawl. Ain't no reverb, just echo from pipes dripping G-funk dirt in the basement nights. This for the cats that ain't have Pro Tools, just a boombox, gun bars and broke rules. We press play and went live with the curse kick hit like a warning when you rhyme in reverse. No auto-tune, no punch-ins, no bless, just breath and confession, straight funk through the chest. I rap like the power going out in the storm, but the tape's still rolling, the funk's still warm. Came from a room where the rats learned to bounce and the bass shook dust off the gas account. Look, I ain't cut from no industry thread. I was patched from a couch with a tech in the bed. Every bar I dropped got rust and crack, like a 45 buried in the back lot shack. This ain't clean, it's honest and stained. Like the first time I cussed and my pops never came. Like the time that I looped this beat for weeks. Cause I ain't have a single to drop, just streets. I'm that hitch between the snare and the snitch. The fuse in the basement, they forgot to switch. No hook, cause the story don't pause. Just one long breath from the dirt to the gods. Put the West tape, West tape. Put the West tape, West tape. If it sound clean, it ain't real. Put the West tape, West tape. If it sound clean, it ain't real. This ain't no stream, this a confession. You inside the West tape, where his signals history, bloodline.
Pop that deck in, let the warble sing. 96 soul on the chrome coated swing. Crack in the beat like the sidewalk split. Every kick got a story that refused to quit. Used to ride with my cousin in the Buick, no tint. Bumpin' Dre like a scripture, smelling vinyl and mint. These bars ain't clean, they stained with pain. You can hear the block breathe through the analog grain. Got a tape full of moments that the world forgot, but I keep them in rotation like a stolen Glock. I ain't rapping for playlists, this real confession. Recorded in the trunk with a tape deck's blessing.
On tape deck, confidential hits in my truth. All my stories crack, but they still sound smooth. Play it back slow, let the real unwind. Every pop, every drop, got a message in time. On tape deck, confidential, stuck in the dash. Rewind too many times, still hit with that flash. Can't clean this mix, can't stream this pain. Only OGs know how to ride that grain.
I speak through dropouts, hiss and bass knock, where the static hit hard like a back alley Glock. This ain't HD, it's CRT soul. Back when the funk got looped, not stole. We ain't have presets, we had patience. Waiting for the DJ to fade in greatness. Pause the tape, write the bar, hit record. Now these memories slap harder than awards. Deck wobbling, beat still knocking. Lyrics carved deep like them backseat talking. So don't call this retro, call this preserve. From a decade where the real never swerve.
Tape deck, confidential hits in my truth. All my stories crack, but they still sound smooth. Play it back slow, let the real unwind. Every pop, every drop, got a message in time. Tape deck, confidential, stuck in the dash. Rewound too many times, still hit with that flash. Can't clean this mix, can't stream this pain. Only OGs know how to ride that grain. Every click, that's memory. Every drop, that's lost. This ain't a clean mix. This real life crossfade beat, the West tape. Where every hit's got history.
So play it till the ribbon snap, no fear. This that lost side B you was meant to hear. Funk faded, but it never went dead. It just hit and tape hits right under your head.
Tape deck, confidential. Still plays on. In the whip, in the wind, in the ones long gone. Tape deck, confidential. Digitally buried. Analog immortal. Put the West tape.
No statues, just stories passed through handshakes and scars. You tuned into the West tape, where the real legends got pavement, not playlists. He ain't on no Spotify page, but his name got weight like a gauge. Seen more beef than a butcher back room. Taught the whole block how to slide, how to boom. Never wore a chain, but he held respect. Could shut a whole set down with one side step. He the one that patched beef, fed the young. Kept the block in line for the siren song. Posted at the liquor store, whispering game. Every line he dropped like a tatted name. Never went viral, but you mention this tag, and the whole damn corner gon' lower they flag.
Blacktop Legends, no camera roll, just cracked sidewalks and heart full of soul. No plaques hanging, no chain in sight, but they held the hood down every single night. Blacktop Legends, faded in smoke, still hear their name every time we spoke. Not in books, but they carved in stone, in the bass, in the beat, in the blocks we own.
For the ones who never needed a
He ain't chase fame. He raised fools out the gutter, taught him how to move slick. Stay close to your brother, he was 10 steps ahead. No diploma, just facts. Taught us how to duck heat and to watch our backs. Used to see him at the park, lacing up youth. No filter, no sermon, just raw street truth. He ain't preach peace, but he taught survival. Said don't trust love if it come without rivals. And when he passed, no mural went up, but the block got quiet and the sky lit up. That G-Funk bar got a piece of his script. Every rim spin slow for the one that bet.
Blacktop legends, no camera roll, just cracked sidewalks and heart full of soul. No plaques hanging, no chain in sight, but they held the hood down every single night. Blacktop legends, faded in smoke, still hear their name every time we spoke. Not in books, but they carved in stone, in the bass, in the beat, in the blocks we own.
This for the uncles who ain't never leave the hood, but still make kings out of chaos. Fight the West tape, where memory don't die, it rides.
So here's to the ones in flip-flops and fades, whose names live longer than money or plays. You won't find them on stage, no post, no thread, but their blueprints still got the city fed.
Feels like a lit James Blacktop legends.
We ride for y'all, in the funk, in the bass, in the streets, last call. The West tape, dedicated to the real ones. Forgotten by the world, never by the block.
They try to pave over the pain, but the funk still bleeds through. You tune it in the West tape, well, the sound don't just ride, it survives.
Underneath the feet of a million ghosts lies the rhythm of a city that done overdosed. You feel it in the cracks, where the roses won't bloom, where the paint fades slow and the nights consume. It's the hum in the wire, the thump in the flow. It's the prayers on the wall, it's the blood by the stove. It's the OG's last breath in the baseline slide. It's the echo of a slap where the young ones died. They built towers where we used to stand, but they can't bury funk with the developer's hand. Still got soul in the concrete veins, still hear truth in the samples pain.
Funk buried in the concrete, but it breathes in the cold, in the cold, in the air we breathe. So crackling in the walls and streets, every block still sings low but deep. Funk buried in the concrete, hard to see, but it knocks in the trunk when you roll with me. Ain't dead, just hitting the beat. Real ones feel it in the ache of their feet.
Still funk in the dirt, still pain in the groove.
It's that sound of eviction and echo of names on the poles and the candles that glow. This that bounce in the funeral march when the city too loud and the future too dark. Every brick got a tale, every siren a verse, every alley done seen the best and worst. This for them kids with no safe in sight, but still dance to a beat through the terror of night. You can pave a hood, but the bass still crawl through the gaps in the curb, through the tags on the wall. I'm speaking for the ones they erased from the maps, but still bump from the crates in these underground traps. It's underground trap.
Funk buried in the concrete, but it breathes in the cold, in the cold, in the air we breathe. So crackling in the walls and streets, every block still sings low but deep. Funk buried in the concrete, hard to see, but it knocks in the trunk when you roll with me. Ain't dead, just hitting the beat. Real ones feel it in the ache of their feet.
They built malls where murals used to live, but the bass still hum. They lock legends, but the groove still run. Paint the West tape, the archive they can't digitize.
So I rhyme for the dust, the lost, the pave, the voices they mute, the corners once brave. You can clean the walls, but the roots don't leave. The funk still talk, you just gotta believe.
Funk buried in the concrete,
Still knocks for every soul that the city forgot.
we pay your West It's that hidden gold and broken stone. It's that hidden gold and broken stone.
These ain't lyrics, these are archives. You tuned into the West tape, where the past don't die. It just rhyme forever. Every line I spit got dirt on the edge, like a burner wrapped tight in the brownstone ledge. This ain't rap, this a time capsule talk, where the syllables walk like graffiti on chalk. Grew up where the speakers told truth through the bass, and the code was passed down, no face, just place. What I write ain't trending, it's sacred text. A west side scroll with the bloodstained flex, vinyl hissing like the OG's breath, beat knock slow like a ghost step death. You want bars? I got artifacts sealed in a shoebox of pain you can't stream or feel.
Hold these Westside artifacts dug from pain, bars from the soil, not bought a name.
Every rhyme chipped off concrete truth, legacy laced in the echo of youth.
Hold these Westside artifacts buried deep in the tape hiss and the bass that creep.
You can hear them if you still believe in the funk, in the fight, and what real G's lead. Got a hook from my uncle that never dropped, just whistle through the hall while the beef got popped. Got a rhyme from a cipher nobody filmed, where a kid spit a verse that gave the whole block chills. Tales from the alleyway, truth and scraps, from church pew whispers to dice game slaps. You ain't living this shit, you just watching it pass. I'm the one who spit scripts from the crack in the glass. I got quotes from murals they tried to paint over, but funk bleed back like rust on a rover. Each bar's a relic, a code in disguise, not for the charts, this for homies who died.
All these Westside artifacts dug from pain, bars from the soil, not bought a name.
Every rhyme chipped off concrete truth, legacy laced in the echo of youth.
Hold these Westside artifacts buried deep in the tape hiss and the bass that creep.
You can hear if you still believe in the funk, in the fight, and what real G's lead. This ain't a mixtape, it's a museum. Every verse a tag, every hook a tombstone. But the West tape, gold sealed in funk, accessed by respect. So dust off the crates and rewind the soul. This that west side gospel in an analog gold. When I spit, I'm just lifting the veil, so you hear what the pavement been dying to tell.
These Westside artifacts,
We don't sell them, we live them. But the West tape, red raw.
Ain't no crowd, just spit or shut up. You locked into the West tape where iron and ink meet truth and tempo.
Midnight breath with the funk in my throat, posted in the alley where the real one spoke. No stage, no lights, just me in a post with a beat so cold, make a preacher ghost. I spit code like a walkie with static, bars cut clean, ain't nothing cinematic. Footsteps echo but the flow stay tight. Every verse I drop might dim a street light. Concrete cipher, steel toe truth, every line etched like it came from a tooth. Ain't no filters, we spit like wars, with a hoodie full of pain and a mind full of scars.
Called Midnight Alley, no lights, just fire, where the bars hit harder, no sponsors required. Street light stage, no crowd, just fake, where the cipher lives on and the fake deflate.
Oh, real ones only, if you ain't got skill, you get cooked in the cipher, fed to the chill.
Ain't no playback, this one take breath, every pause a weapon, every pause a tap.
Back to back with the dogs I trust. If you choke on the mic, you get left in the dust. Ain't no crowd to boost your weak ass verse. You get 8 in the cipher like a ghost rehearse. I ain't here for your image or chain. I'm here to outbar every fake in the game. This, that raw, that bootleg spark, that park bench fury after curfew dark. We flip flows like blades, no flash, just a glint of steel when the syllables clash. So when you pull up, better bring more than drip, cause we measure by bars, not the brands you flip.
A midnight alley, no lights, just fire, where the bars hit harder, no sponsors required. Street light stage, no crowd, just fate, where the cipher lives on and the fake deflate. Real ones only, if you ain't got skill, you get cooked in the cipher, fed to the chill. Ain't no playback, this one take breath, every pause a weapon, every pause a threat.
This the alleyway temple, no priest, just pressure.
Where silence is sacred and rhythm is measure. The West State, we don't trend, we test.
So step in the circle, leave your ego dead. We don't freestyle, we feed from what's bled. This ain't for the gram, this for those who bled ink. One mic, one light, one line, don't blink. Midnight Alley. One take, one shot. Only kings walk out, the rest get forgot. Take the West take. Keep your views. We keep the code. You can't decode this game if you ain't bled for it. Welcome to the West tape, where wisdom hiding static and the beats.
Pages torn from a block-born scroll, where the rules was written in heat, not gold. You ain't never read this game, you inherited. Passed hand to hand like a burner, no editing. I still hear codes in the footsteps at night. Still read signs in the flick of the light. Corner boys talk in a language extinct. If you don't speak pain, you miss the link. Lessons ain't free, and the test is fatal. But the ones who pass left jewels on the table. I ain't rapping for clout, I'm archiving truth. This the kind of game that ain't made for you.
This that street game archive, lost but known, written on curbs and caps and dial tones. This that coded G-talk, fading grain. If you know, you know. If not, stay plain. This that street game archive, myth and sound. Baseline low like the knowledge underground. No hook for the hype, no beat for fame. Just vinyl breathing in bars with names.
You was learning apps, I was learning traps. While the OGs wrote sermons and pistol claps. Got my morals from dope fiends and dice games. From betrayal in the dark and tattooed names. Ain't no manual, just scars and nods. One wrong step and you praying to God. But the cold part is it ain't all hate. Sometimes silence and save more than a gate. So I pen these bars like I'm pressing the seal. Preserving that funk that the mainstream steal. You want truth, then turn off the stream and listen to a tape that ain't made to gleam.
This that street game archive, lost but known, written on curbs and caps and dial tones. This that coded G-talk, fading grain. If you know, you know. If not, stay plain. This that street game archive, myth and sound. Baseline low like the knowledge underground. No hook for the hype, no beat for fame. Just vinyl breathing in bars with names. They ain't forget us. They just can't decode us. Play the West tape. Street certified, digitally buried, never erased.
So I spit in static with the tape head buzz. Every word I drop, archived in dust. This for the ones who talk with no book, whose voice still echo where the cameras won't look.
It's that street game archive for the lost, the loyal, the never labeled legends.